Hi dear friends and subscribers, it's your host Ram welcoming you to your daily edition of this Cricket Happening Show. In this Cricket Happening Show, I'm going to look at the current match which is underway. Today was the first one-day international match which is being played between England and Australia at Lord's. And well, Australia, they did well in the initial stage once there was a score which was standing at 146 for 3, probably in the 35th over or 36th over. But later on, the England batsman really capitalized, and Eoin Morgan was the man who had a punishing knock of 89, which I'll be talking about. And England finished at 272 for 5 in 50 overs in the first T20 international against Australia. And Australia will be the ones who will be batting next, but right now it's break time over there. I'll be talking about this inning. So basically it's a good cricket update that I'm going to give you. And tomorrow Sri Lanka and Pakistan play the second test match here in Colombo, and I'll be doing a brief preview of that test match. And also in this weekend we are also going to see New Zealand and West Indies give a treat to the fans in the United States, where in Lauderhill, Florida, they are going to clash in two 2020 matches over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Other than that, very good news one good news, very important news that I would like to share with you all, dear fans, friends and subscribers, is in the Under-19 World Cup, which is going on in Kualalampur, the capital of Malaysia. India and Pakistan will be clashing in the finals of the Under-19 tournament, the Under-19 World Cup in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday. And as you know, India and Pakistan, whenever they clash, whatever be the situation, it is always an exciting affair. But so India and Pakistan will be locking horns at Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in this Under-19 World Cup, after India defeated Sri Lanka to enter the final and meet Pakistan. Well, so first let's start here. Australia have just started the innings. I do see here that 2 balls have been bowled in this match in the first one-day international at Lord's, where Australia chasing 273 to win the match at the rate of 5.44 runs per over, where Shane Watson and David Warner are in the middle. James Anderson has bowled 2 dot balls. As we go further, I'll be definitely talking about that. But first, let's look at England innings. England were the ones who batted first here at Lord's, and they got a good start. There was a very good opening start given by Alistair Cook and Eoin Bell in conditions really not really favouring the bowling, I would say, but it was a real tough grind. It was not so easy, but Alistair Cook and Eoin Bell took their time and eked out 74 runs in 17 overs. With Alistair Cook had a waft at a wide delivery, as Peter Cummins actually had a look today into this first match, and one saw him at 18 years old. He's been really touted as a real talent to emerge from Australia. The reason being, he has loads of pace, and over and above that, at that pace, at this age of 18, he can swing the ball both ways, and also he's a very intelligent bowler. So, and that really paid off, as Alistair Cook wafted at a wide one from Cummins, and he was caught by the wicketkeeper Wade for 40 or 59 balls with 5 fours. That was the first wicket to go, 74 for 1. Jonathan Trott came in and had a solid partnership with Eoin Bell. Not a solid partnership, basically he gave some support to Bell, but Bell was not looking his usual self today, and Bell was dismissed. LBW bowled Brett Lee for 41 with 5 fours. After that, Jonathan Trott had Ravi Bopara. Ravi Bopara failed as was caught by Clark, bowled McKay for 15 with 1 4, and that was the time, 121 for 3. Australia were doing all the hard work. They had done a very good job until then, but Jonathan Trott then really hung on there, and Eoin Morgan was the man who really gave the impetus to the innings. Jonathan Trott departed, clean bowled by Doherty for 54 of 70 balls with 3 fours, and after that, last 5 overs, they collected 54 runs, with Eoin Morgan unveiling some strokes of rare pedigree. And what strokes they were! Brett Lee was smashed for 2 sixes. One could imagine Brett Lee bowling the ball. One of the balls that he bowled was a ball which slipped through his hand, was a slower delivery. Morgan deposited it over the fence. One could imagine that. But the next ball that Brett Lee bowled was a Yorker length delivery which Morgan converted into a full toss and swung it, just bending his knee and having so much of elevation that he sent it over the pickets for another 6. So that was a marvelous shot from Eoin Morgan in a span. He took only 63 balls to actually make 89 runs with 5 fours and 4 sixes, and that 6 of Brett Lee really stood out. He also deposited Shane Watson into the stands, and he had 4 sixes in all. And Craig Kieswetter at the other end, he also played a good knock. He was out for 25 of 29 balls, 2-4 in the last 5 overs. The Australians giving away 54 runs. And here the score right now. We are still in the first over. James Harrison has bowled 4 balls and 2 runs to Australia, as Watson is not out on 1 and David Warner is not out on 0. Looking at the bowling figure, so Australia would not be so happy with this particular treatment that was meted out by Eoin Morgan. But Eoin Morgan, let me tell you, what a wonderful batsman he is. He can be absolutely lethal at times, and that's what he showed today. 272 for 5 for 50 overs. Brett Lee 10 overs unmade 1 for 57. Clint McKay 10 overs 143. Cummins 10 overs unmade 1 for 53. All the bowlers were among the wickets. Doherty 10 overs 1 for 50, and Shane Watson was the most costliest with 65 runs coming off his bowling with 1 wicket to his name. So 273 to win. Currently there is a boundary scored by no, that's not a boundary. It's 3 runs taken, so the score has moved on to 5. So the first over has gone by from James Anderson, which has given away 5 runs, and Shane Watson is not out on 3 or 4 balls, with David Warner not out on 1. So Australia have just begun their chase here. I will come to that later, but now I'll take you down for a brief preview, a very brief preview of the Sri Lanka versus Pakistan game, where for Pakistan, as you know, Sri Lanka are hunting for their Test series win here in Colombo, and Colombo, as you know, this is the second Test match which is going to be played. But for Sri Lanka, it would be of great significance if they could, but it's not going to be easy, because Colombo, if you see the history in Colombo, there have been all big scores. In fact, once Sri Lanka scored some 600 odd runs or 500 odd runs, and India served that total by making 707, and all big scores have been scored in Colombo. So I think Pakistan will be happy that this would be a good batting pitch, and they would probably be thinking this is the right time for them to really get back into this particular series with this second Test match here. And for Pakistan, the good thing about it is Misbah-ul-Haq will be back as captain, because he was not there in the first Test match due to a fine being imposed on him due to slow over rate. But Misbah-ul-Haq would be the captain of the team, and as you know, he's the captain calm for Pakistan, and he would be the ones who will be leading the team, and that itself would give them a lot of confidence. And also Pakistan team would be absolutely would be gelling well as a unit too, with Misbah-ul-Haq's captaincy there. For Pakistan, well, Mohammad Hafiz has been really looking out of form, so that is something that they need to really address. The openers have not been giving a good start, and that is something that Pakistan has to do well in this particular Test match. Yunus Khan and Azhar Ali have played well, as you know. Misbah-ul-Haq has to play a good innings. Asad Shafiq was looking good in patches. The bowling, well, Umar Gul has to really fire, but as I said, this is not going to be a pitch which is going to be helpful for the batsmen. I would say it would be like a graveyard for the bowlers here, but if the bowlers could do well, that would be great news for the bowlers. And then we have whether Junaid Khan is going to play, or Aziz Chima or Mohammad Sami would come in, that remains a question mark. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, well, they have nothing to lose. They have been, they probably are hunting. They probably would think, but as I know, it's not going to be easy to get a result in this match, and also there could be some rain interruptions too. That's what the forecast is, for a brief shower tomorrow. So you never know. So, but what is going to be really good to see is, which team, how Pakistan are going to deal with the likes of the Sri Lankan bowlers. If they could do that, we could have a high-scoring game here in Colombo. Other than that, for Sri Lanka, everything is going their way. They are looking absolutely. I suppose they should be retaining the same team that played, because a winning combination is always retained, and probably they'll do that. But Dilhara Fernando is here in the team. Whether he's going to play in place of Nuwan Pradeep, that is going to be a question there. because Chanaka Vellagadra has been ruled out because of injury. Well, now, and as you know, and in the weekend we have another match coming up, and that is between New Zealand and West Indies, as they are going to play. They clash in the T20 internationals at Lauderhill, Florida, during the weekend, and that is going to be a good treat for the United States fans. And the other thing that I would like to talk about, as I said, India and Pakistan will be clashing in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday in the finals of the Under-19 World Cup, and what a game that is going to be. The Indian captain Unmukh Chand made a century to take them home against Sri Lanka and push India into the final. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, in the meanwhile I'll take you down to some live commentary here between Australia and England in the first one-day international. We are into over number 2 right now, where Anderson has completed the first over. Stephen Finn has also completed his second over. 9 for no loss currently, with David Warner not out on 4 and Watson not out on 4, with Finn and Anderson conceding 9 runs in their 2 overs. Well, I don't have much time to really dwell on anything else. I would have to leave you, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this note. Thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.